Hello everyone and welcome back to Cyberking Productions. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new 5th Doctor and Tardis set, so let's jump into it. Starting off with a box that has the same colour scheme as previous B&M sets, with the blue covering the majority of the box with white for text. The art style is also the same, with the picture of the TARDIS and Gallifreyan text on different segments of the box. The Doctor Who logo is shown at the top, the 5th Doctor and TARDIS from the Visitation at the bottom, exclusive Doctor and TARDIS set in a red box, and it also states that it is in the 5-inch scale and is part of the Collector series. A large window covers the front of the box and spills over to the left side to get a better view of the set. Also on the window is the limited edition sticker, which I've always found to be pointless. The left side of the box just repeats information, but with an added bubble of text to inform of the opening doors. The right side is a picture of the contents of the set, with even more repeated information. The back features even more repeated information and a brief description of the Visitation story, so give the video a pause if you want to give that a read. There is also some legal gobbledygook in the bottom left. The top has more repeated information, apart from the added character options website URL, and the bottom has tons of legal gobbledygook, but also gives a quick instructional image about how to open and close the TARDIS doors. The background displays of the forest from the Visitation, and it even includes the pterodactyl android in the background. Now with the box out of the way, let's take a look at the 5th Doctor and TARDIS. So here they are, the 5th Doctor and TARDIS, and it's not half bad. We'll put the TARDIS aside for the time being and get a better in-depth look at the 5th Doctor. Starting off with his cream hat, it's moulded to look like it's drooping. It features a red band at the top as well as the seam line. His brown hair is seen underneath the hat, which looks fantastic. It features sculpted detail for his strands of hair, as well as light brown paint apps to add definition to the strands. The face sculpt is good and does capture Peter Davison. Some slight sculpted detail can be seen to represent his smile lines around his mouth and nose. The paint detail of his eyes, eyebrows and mouth are applied brilliantly and are very sharp. Moving down, you can see he's sporting a white shirt, which features red paint apps for the question marks and the inner collar. You can also make out some button detailing. His white cricket jumper is present slightly further down. Some painted detail is present for the red and black felines, as well as some texture detailing for the fabric of the jumper. A stick of celery is present on the jacket, which features some nice sculpted and painted detail. His tan jacket features some excellent sculpted detail for his pockets, buttons, buttonholes, collar and stitching lines. The edges of the jacket, pockets as well as the back vent are painted red. His arms are covered by the jacket, which features some creasing and wrinkling effect, as well as some sculpted detail for buttons, as well as the wrist line which is painted red. His right hand is sculpted to hold the sonic screwdriver, while the left is in an open position. The sculpting detail is excellent, with detail to show his individual fingers, thumbs and even his nails. Moving further down are his striped trousers that feature some light creasing and wrinkling effect. They feature some great painted detail for the gold and red stripes. And finally his white shoes that feature some light sculpted detail to represent the various lines in the shoes. There's also some legal gobbledygook under his shoes. Turning to articulation, his head can only be turned side to side due to his jacket. I would advise against trying to do a full 360 twist. His shoulders can turn 360 degrees, 360 degrees at the top of the arm, 90 degrees at the elbow, and a 360 degree twist on the wrist. He features a 360 degree waist joint. His legs can slightly pull out to the side, but this is hindered by the jacket. They can kick out around 45 degrees, 360 degrees at the top of the leg, and a final 90 degree bend on the knee. So some very good articulation for the figure. Turning to the TARDIS, I don't have any actual problems with it. It looks excellent. The TARDIS is painted in a dark blue and features excellent sculpted detailing for the ridge and knots in the wood, giving the TARDIS a very realistic look. Starting with the lantern, it's sculpted very well, with the base, struts, see-through plastic and the top. It sits in the middle of the multi-tiered angled roof. The police box sign is very bold, with white text for the writing and blue for the background. Grey is smudged across the text to add definition, as well as to make it seem dirty. The doors feature 2 tan windows, which have been given some paint apps to make them look dirty. The bottom left and right panes have been given a grain effect to match the show. The pull to open sign is in dark blue, with bold white for text, and the door handle and gold keyhole are present on the other door. The left and right sides of the TARDIS are the same as the doors without the added details like handles and signs. The back features the god-awful speaker holes and battery compartment, even though this TARDIS features no electronics. I don't think they're ever going to rectify this issue with the B&M TARDISes. The base of the TARDIS features the same wood texture detail, and the bottom features some legal gobbledygook. Turning to features, the TARDIS doors can open. Simply push them in to access the interior. Yet again you can see that horrible battery compartment. To close the doors, pull the left one in and press the button on the floor to close the right. This is the second Fifth Doctor's TARDIS we have now, as we got a version from the Caves of Androzani last year. Not much is different when comparing the two, with the most notable difference being the non-muddy base. Other minor differences include the frosty lantern, golden keyhole and darker windows. As you can see in the size comparison, this set looks great when put with other figures, or even against the Doctor's enemies. So overall, what do I think to this set? All I can say is meh. It's nice they gave us a 5th Doctor's TARDIS without a muddy base, but I still would have preferred a 6th, 8th or Ward TARDIS, as we still don't have a TARDIS for those Doctors. That aside, it's a nice set. Unfortunately, this is a B&M set, so they are quite tough to find for some people. The sets from this wave are proving to be quite difficult to get hold of, as it seems not many have been distributed from character themselves. Hopefully over time more of these sets will start showing up in stores, and people won't have to resort to the ridiculous prices people are selling them for on eBay. So that concludes this review. If you liked it, please leave a like and tell me what you think in the comments below. If you enjoy Doctor Who content, then also subscribe to not miss any more figure reviews, as well as the Doctor Who fan series that is currently in production. Thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again, goodbye.